Here are my 10 fan games you guys should play in 2023. Let's go. Pokemon Floral Tempest. The region of Rialtra is a beautiful place, and you're about to go exploring it as either Gabriel or Azure. Now, this game features 12 gyms and a finished Elite Four for you to take on and battle, but that is not all. The game has level caps to increase difficulty, as well as berry farming for you farmer enthusiasts out there. And you also have new evolution methods, and we can't forget following Pokemon. But the coolest thing about this game is the design of the world and the sprites. The game just looks beautiful in so many ways, and it's just a joy to witness. So I definitely recommend giving Pokemon Floral Tempest a try right away. Pokemon Azure. In Azure, you take on a narratively driven story with loads of characters, where the choices you make do actually decide and give a big impact to what happens, so they do matter a lot. The game has loads of new Pokemon, especially regional variants, Mega Evolutions, and even Z moves as well, and a full Pokedex with 898 Pokemon to be found. So you will be catching stuff for a very long time in this game. But then there's also custom shinies in the game, with the shiny rate increased to 1%, so you'll have a decent chance of finding shinies in the wild, even by accident. You also have the Pantheon, which is basically a replacement for gym leaders in the Zakos region, which is the name of this game's region, where 16 powerful trainers, equivalent to gym leaders, specialize in individual singular types, which you have to defeat. And the game features a level cap system and much higher difficulty to make sure you struggle a little bit, and loads of unique soundtracks and music. The game goes for one act so far and has about 10 hours of gameplay, so it is not completed, but you'll still have a blast playing through it. Pokemon Vanguard. Set in a future, 50 years in the future, world of the Pokemon, where basically things have changed. In this new world, being a trainer is different from what it used to be, and you will encounter tons of new and unique regional variants of familiar Pokemon, and a story that's different unlike most Pokemon stories. You get to explore 4 separate quadrants of the Ayeri region, with Pokemon all the way from Generation 1 to Generation 8 available for you to capture and build the perfect team with. Now, the developers also made sure to give weaker Pokemon and more unpopular Pokemon some buffs to make sure they are stronger and more useful to you. You also have 3 different difficulty modes and the enhanced Gen 4 graphics to bring you the perfect experience. Then there's also the fact that you can choose between 25 different starter choices, so it gives you loads of variety and options for whatever you want to play with. This is a truly sick and awesome game that you should definitely give a try. Pokemon Deserted. So, okay, this is actually one of my own Pokemon fan games that was made in collaboration between me and the guys over at Leaks. This is a fan game where you as a player can either choose to play as me, Rowlet, or you can play as Dawn. You are stuck on an island where strange and mysterious things are taking place, and you only really have one thing with you. You have a single partner Pokemon, the little Spheal that joins you, Wilson. Now, the game has mini-bosses and a story that takes you through the island, so you can uncover what it is that is hidden on this place and in this island. You can find alpha Pokemon bosses to battle, and there's a variety of Pokemon going all the way up to Generation 8, and even Legends Arceus, which you can capture and add to your team. And there's also secret puzzles and a mythical Pokemon that you can uncover as well, that can only be unlocked if you take your time to explore the game and finish the game. So I would definitely recommend checking out Pokemon Deserted. It's a game that that was made in collaboration between me and the guys at Leaks. It's a fantastic project. It's kind of a cute project as well, and just a fun little journey, so give it a try. Pokemon This Gym of Mine. This is another game which I have covered on my other channel, Rowlet Plays, so go check that out. But Pokemon This Gym of Mine is a fantastic game, where you take on the job as a gym leader in a new region in town where the previous gym leader has left off and gone away. So the people don't trust any of the new gym leaders, which means you have to do your job and basically be good at it, or people will not accept you. So yeah, you've got your job, you got to take it on, and the game allows you to choose what typing you want to have as a gym leader, which means you're going to only be able to use a singular type through your journey as a gym leader, and you have to take on, well, gym challengers every single day for the story to progress. But that is not all. The game has generally a story which needs to be explored and completed as well, alongside, you doing your general, gym stuff. And I can't forget, yeah, you've got to actually manage and also do farming aspects of this game. So you as the gym leader also need to basically decide what new buildings and locations should be built in the city. And some of these new buildings will actually be helpful to you, as some of them will actually make you money, and others might bring and provide items which you can actually use and that you maybe even require. This gym of mine is the perfect game for those who really want to just be a gym leader or like a gym leader tycoon. Like if you've ever wanted that, this is the game for you, because it's not just about being a gym leader, because yes, you're going to have to sit in your gym and take on challengers every day, but that's not all. You'll also have to deal with the story in the game. You know, where's the other gym leader? What are these evil villains doing in the city? And, you know, what's all these stuff that's going down? There's just loads in this game to explore, and I definitely would give it a try if I was you guys. Pokemon Myth. If you enjoy Fakemon, then Pokemon Myth is for you, as the game features loads of new Fakemon and creatures that you've never seen before, as well as new Megas and new regional forms of certain Pokemon, as well as new shiny variants. So there's loads of custom Pokemon in this. But if you didn't have enough of the crazy gym stuff from this gym of mine, the previous game we mentioned, then guess what? In Myth, the gyms are player controlled, which means the community actually decides what the gym leaders are like, which will make the experience a little bit more custom tailored. Now the game also has 2 regions to explore, and Sinnoh as well as Unova, with the added bonus of also having 7 completed gyms so far in the demo. So yes, it's not a fully completed game, but you have 7 gyms. The game also has loads of new moves and items and even new types for you to capture and add to the team. And if you want evolutions, then you can also expect to see some new ones in this game as well. So if you want to try something a little bit different with loads of Fakemon, then Pokemon Myth is maybe the game for you. Pokemon Glacier Shards. Well, if you want a simple and short story with a fun, quirky adventure, well, guess what? Then this is the game for you. You have roughly 3 hours of gameplay and a full regional Pokedex with 200 Pokemon, a full quest system, and loads of quests to guide you through the game's story and 3 difficulty levels, from normal all the way to hard. If you don't enjoy things going slow, fear not, because this fan game also has a speed up button to make things, you know, in like grinding, for example, much faster. There's also some mini games and loads of quality of life features, which you will find very useful, like following Pokemon, HM items instead of regular HMs, and even a time system and tweaks to certain Pokemon. So if you want a short journey that is its kind of own unique little thing, then this might be the game for you. Then we have The Last Nurse Joy. This is another game which we have covered over on our second channel, our sister channel, FLORAL Plays, so go check it out. But if you've ever wanted to play as a nurse in Pokemon, then guess what? You found the perfect game, as this game lets you literally take on the role as nurse, well, a Nurse Joy of sorts, basically the equivalent of Nurse Joy, and you're going to be in the equivalent of the South Pole, where injuries seem to occur quite a lot, because you are stationed here, and this is the last place in the world. This literal location in this really far off cold region is the last location in the world where they haven't received those auto healing machines for Pokeballs. So instead, you have to be a literal doctor and nurse and try to help Pokemon the usual way, the old way, so to say. And basically, instead of regular Pokemon gameplay, you have to investigate and figure out what has happened to the different Pokemon that come into your nurse's office and try to figure out how to help them. Now, the game also features a rating system, which based on how good you did your job, you will get medals and ratings to determine if you did your job correctly or if you made a massive mistake or not. And the story in this game is hopefully unique. Like, it's something that you will never have seen before anywhere else, and you definitely wouldn't have played something similar to this already. So I'd highly recommend checking it out, as I also played part of it on our Plays channel, so give maybe that video a look and then determine if you want to play the whole game, because we didn't even finish the whole game. Pokemon Daybreak. If you love regional variants, then the Armira region is for you. This is a fantastic game with a custom Pokedex of 400 Pokemon with a combination of Gen 1 to Gen 9 Pokemon, with about 200 of those being in the post-game. The game features some sick and really cool new forms that will make the journey far more unique to experience. You also have about 20 hours of gameplay in Pokemon Daybreak with 10 gym leaders. Yes, 10 gym leaders for you to defeat, and a Elite Four and Champion all finished and ready to go. And the game even got an update recently. If you don't like your game being too easy, don't worry, because the game comes with difficulty settings of normal and hard mode. And the game runs in a unique version of the Gen 3 art style, so it definitely looks really nice. You also have Dualions, which basically are a mix of 2 evolution types to create a new Pokemon, as well as also having quests and side quests that are optional, of course, in case you want to explore even further and do more stuff in the game. And then there is also the Battle Island, which is just like the Battle Frontier. So if you want to complete the game with a fully functional post-game, then this is the game for you, because it's pretty much completed. Pokemon FORET ETERNELLE. This is a game that was originally only in French, but does have an English version now, and as well has been in development since about 2012. So you can expect the quality to be pretty amazing. Now, the game sends you into a new adventure in a world that you've never seen before, but a world that's definitely really awesome because the game has high-resolution graphics and, of course, brand new Pokemon, because FORET ETERNELLE goes for the Fakemon approach and includes about 179, yes, 179 new Pokemon that are all custom made of their own. Like, they created all these Pokemon on their own, and some of them are really sick. And you'll also have a karma system in the game, where basically your choices and the quests you actually choose to do will determine your character's karma rate or karma points, and this will basically determine how certain things go for you in the journey. So it's definitely a unique system that a few games do have, but not many. And if you want difficulty, then this might be also the game for you, as they've built a better AI system than regular Pokemon games and try to make the difficulty curve a little bit more steep to make sure that people don't just speed through the game like it's nothing, and so you have at least a little bit of a challenge. Plus, loads of side quests and small things that you have come to be used to by now in fan games and, of course, projects. So yeah, give this game a try and pick one of the 3 new starters: Smetal, Patchy Ball, or Squeenie. These are all brand new and, of course, look really awesome. That is all for this video. Thank you all for watching, and please comment what is your favorite ROM hack of all time. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.